You're making life way harder than it needs to be. Not because you're lazy, not because you lack discipline, because I know you've been trying so hard. It's because you're divided. And I'll prove that to you over the next few minutes. So stick with me, because right now, if you were completely honest with yourself or with me, your life looks fine on paper, your income's decent, and you train sometimes. So people around you think that you're doing well, but there's this quiet feeling that you can't shake. Something's off. You don't say it out loud to anybody, but you feel it when you wake up in the morning. You feel it when you're sat on your phone at night. And you feel it in the gap between what you say you're about and how you're actually living. And here's the part that most people won't tell you. You are not lazy, but you are divided. So let me show you exactly what I mean, because you wake up first thing in the morning, you check your phone and you tell yourself that you'll train later. Work starts, meetings, emails, phone calls, noise. You're constantly busy but not really moving forward. Then midday hittens, you've eaten something quick, probably not great, and you feel it instantly, sluggish, but you still push through. And then the evening comes and you should train. You could train, but you don't. You sit there scrolling, watching, thinking, and say to yourself that I'll sort it tomorrow. But you've said that before. You've said that a lot, many times before. And here's the uncomfortable question that you always avoid. If you already know what to do, then why aren't you doing it? And every time I ask somebody that question, they can't answer it because it's not information. You've got a nut for that. It's not motivation because you've had bursts of that. It's not even about discipline because there are areas in your life where you already are disciplined. So what is it? Because you don't lack potential, you lack alignment. Alignment across the three areas, body, mind, money. So let's break it down properly, because this is where all of this can start to get very, very uncomfortable until you see the light. First of all, your body. Keep telling yourself you'll get back into shape, but your actions don't match your standards. So you skip sessions, you eat reactively, and you feel it in your energy, your confidence, and your presence. And you walk into a room and you already know you're not showing up as your best. Not because you can't, it's just because you're not on a consistent basis. Next is your mind. Your thoughts are scattered, you overthink simple things and you avoid harder decisions, and you distract yourself instead of facing what actually needs fixing, and then tell yourself, I've just got a lot going on right now. No, you've got a lot going on because you're not in control. Let me say that again. You feel like you've got a lot going on because you're not in control. Next is money, because you're earning but not expanding. You might be maintaining but not building. And you know you could be doing more, being more, having more. You've had all the ideas, you've had the opportunities, but your execution is still inconsistent. That means soft body, scattered mind, and stagnant income. That's not random. That's alignment, misalignment. And the worst part, you're making it harder than it needs to be without even realising that you're doing it. Because here's what's actually happening below the surface. You're trying to fix everything separately. Gym here, mindset there, money somewhere else, with no structure, system, and no integration. So you feel like you're constantly starting over. So listen to what I'm going to say slowly right now. Fragmentation creates anxiety and alignment creates power. Because I had a guy come to work with me recently, and on paper, he was living the exact same story as you. Good job, smart, capable. Everybody else thought he was winning, but he told me straight. He said, I feel like I'm spinning plates and I'm dropping them all one by one. His body had slipped, his head was all over the place, and his income had hit a plateau that he just couldn't break through. And it wasn't because he didn't care, it was because everything was out of sync. And here's the moment that it really hit him. I asked him, so what's your actual plan right now to move forward? And he paused, he looked down, and then he said, in a flat, sad voice, I don't have one. No escape moment. And this is where you stop blaming time, you stop blaming stress, you stop blaming your circumstances, because the truth is simple. You're not where you want to be because you don't have a structure that forces you to be. Not motivation, but structure. So if this is hitting a bit too close to home, there's a reason for all that. And I'm going to break it down to you right now. Or better than that, I'll show you exactly where you're at. So if this feels uncomfortably accurate, click the link in the description and go and do the Alignment Audit. It'll break down exactly where you're at across body, mind, money, and more importantly, where you're slipping behind. There's no guesswork, just clarity and actionable steps. So click the link in the description, because you don't need a complete life overhaul. You don't need another podcast. You don't need another plan or another fresh start Monday. You need alignment, because when things align, you train without negotiating with yourself anymore. You think clearly without constant noise, and you execute without hesitation, and you become dangerous, not to other people, but to your old patterns. Because right now you split, and that split is costing you way more than you even realise. It's costing you your energy, it's costing you your confidence, it's costing you your momentum, your future. Because the longer you stay here, the more this version of you just becomes your standard baseline. And that's the part of all this that should really bother you when you actually break it down, because you've been living like this for weeks and months and years. So say this to yourself out loud. I'm not stuck, I'm just misaligned. Let me say it again. I'm not stuck, I'm misaligned across body, mind, money. And that's why I'm not living the life I know I could be or should be. You can carry on, starting, stopping, resetting, telling yourself that I'll fix it soon, or you can actually face it head on properly and get a plan of action to keep you moving forward regardless of everything else that's going on in life. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. So if you're really done and sick of keep on guessing, click the link in the description and do the alignment audit. It will take you less than 10 minutes, and it will show you exactly what's off, what's costing you, and what needs fixing first. No hype, no motivation, just truth and raw, actionable, executionable steps, because you don't need more effort. You need alignment across body, mind, money. So I'll see you in the next video, but don't bother clicking on the next video if you're not going to click the link in the description and go and do the alignment audit. And if you want that one-to-one help with where you're at, to break down exactly where you're at and what's holding you back, click the link in the description and book a Power Hour breakthrough call. I'll see you in the next video. Let's go.